Hello guys, from the ring road near Sofia, Bulgaria. Yeah, so many motorcycles I see. That's the right way to go, I mean, but we're doing something else. We're going with the electrical trottinette. Why? Because I wanted to create something like a crazy adventure, obviously, as always. And we have a very interesting, very challenging goal for the day. It's called Blue Spruce, whatever. Let me get over this green grass here and I'll continue. So yeah, Blue Spruce, or its Latin name is Picea pungens. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but I have been looking at the map around the edge of Sofia here, and I was looking for some place where I may be able to get to only on the electrical trottinette, which has about 25 kilometers charge when it's charged to 100%, maybe 30 if I'm really careful with that. So outside of Sofia, in a village near the highway, there is a small green area on the map. So I checked that and it says it's a special preserve for those blue spruce species, basically, which I was able to find on Wikipedia normally live in North America. So I know it sounds kind of crazy, cover 20 kilometers with a trottinette, maybe not have enough electricity to come back just to find a forest with blue spruce trees. Well, yeah, that's what we are going to do today. Let's see who we can meet, what we can see. For whatever reason, I feel there is an adventure waiting for us. You know, usually I just set like a small goal like this, go after it, and then an adventure unfolds. It's like you're just writing the script for a story which has never happened yet. And I have to admit, this morning on Facebook I was looking and you know, everybody's trying to be, you know, the Superman, the Supergirl, those, you know, crazy poses on the beach, everybody's drinking margaritas, everybody's having the most fun, the best time of their life, you know, expensive cars, expensive hotels. And I was like, oh man, the world didn't used to be like this just 5 or 10 years ago. So let's try something more normal, something less super, you know, something more like a true adventure. Find a little forest of trees, you know, a small reserve in the mountain on an electrical trottinette. Let's do this. Another interesting aspect of our day today is I actually want to see how cheap, yes, I just did say cheap, how cheap a fun day or half a day in Sofia can actually be. I mean, if you get the electrical trottinette, the electricity costs like 30 cents or something. And I just got a small bottle of tea in my backpack here, but you can see I'm going pretty minimalistic with this small backpack. And then in this village I will probably enter the local store and maybe get something small to eat and maybe some drinks, maybe some spirits, like a small cup of it. But it should be pretty cheap and maybe pretty fun at the same time. Oh, there is some wind, perhaps destroying the audio. So let's just continue. Look at this. They've just made repair works to the road here. Now they are fixing it on the other side. And also this walk here, which is kind of turned into a bike path, I think. I don't know, it's great for the trottinette, I have to admit that. We're not going to visit any super attractions that everybody knows about. We're actually going to visit this small patch of blue spruce trees, which I don't know even if it's there. But if it is, it will probably have this special old romantic feeling, you know, from the past when people used to just go in the forest or just find some natural reserve spot and enjoy their time. I think I should write a bit more, and let me show you this perfect path right here and the Mount Vitosha right behind it. Let's jump on. Oh yeah, and just one more thing. I realize nowadays every time when somebody shows like their iPhone or their Segway or an application, everybody's like, oh, this is sponsored. Well, I wish it was sponsored. Well, it is kind of by my Patreons. Thank you for that. So I found an application, it's called En Route, like this one here. And it's very interesting from a philosophical standpoint, because I just realized nowadays we're using like Google Maps or some other mapping service to just get us from one place to the other as fast as possible. And it's so much more interesting if we take a small detour. We are able to see some different streets, maybe meet somebody, see some adventures, not be on the same biggest roads all the time. So I created a custom road for myself, which is not the direct route, but it's rather going through some neighborhoods of Sofia, and then it's slightly going outside of the capital, and then alongside the highway we're reaching this village and the small reserve of blue spruce trees. So I'm really interested now to see all those areas I have never been to, you know, like I have most of the time going around those places by just following, you know, Google Maps or something. And now we are specifically going not on the main road, not on the fastest road, just a little bit to the side of it, and let's see what we can find. It seems we need to turn to the right here. I have either never been on this route or I don't remember it, so the adventure kind of begins. You know, a cool thing about the electrical trottinette is, oh, look at this, there is a police guy over there and a police car, and there was another one, you know, to the other intersection. It's kind of crazy because right now there are the protests in the center of Sofia. People are basically trying to overturn the government, if I can say so. I'm not getting into politics at all on this vlog, I'm just reporting what's going on. So I think those police cars, like everywhere, have something to do with that. Although I'm not really sure why you would have them here near the mountain. Well, anyway, so I was just saying, a cool thing about the trottinette is you can easily, you can hear my navigation, which is leading me through my custom-made route. So you can just hop off to the side of the trottinette and just start walking right away. Start vlogging, start exploring. You can perhaps, you know, hide it somewhere. It easily folds, and just continue on foot if you find something interesting. It's an actually great exploration device. Not very heavy, not very big, and pretty capable. And I also have my charger in the backpack as well. Look at this ladder over there. I wonder who and why wanted to climb up on this tree, on those trees there. Wow. If you can feel my excitement right now, then you definitely should be on this channel. A small street, almost to the edge between the capital of Bulgaria here and the areas with fields and mountains outside of the capital. Look what this beautiful view we have right over there, those two chimneys of the basically heating plant, I think, and the mountains on the other side. And again, a street I have never been to in my life. This is turning into an amazing way to explore, and I have to admit something. This is like an experiment. And I think that if I continue doing this, and
return to route when possible.
If it turns out to be successful, we can probably, you know, down the road get a bigger trottinette, still electrical, and go on a much bigger trip, like across the country or something. Ow! What is this? Oh! Did I mention I may want to get a bigger trottinette down the road? Well, one of the reasons is this. Look at this road. What have we gotten ourselves into? Wow, and this is street, I don't know how to translate it, but it comes from over there that we just came from, and it makes like a 90-degree turn, and it's still the same street. It kind of turns into a forest. I have to admit I like it, even though I cannot really ride on this. Wow, look at this. Isn't it somehow interesting that you can make an adventure out of nothing, and it may turn out to be a better adventure than something that you would pay so much for. Ah, I see why we have those like S-shaped turns. We're crossing a river here, which smells like, well, almost like a river. Cool. Just listen to the water flowing amongst nature. You know, obviously in those times right now, it's not very smart to go where there are many people, I have realized. So I think this is like the perfect thing to do. Explore new areas. The sun is shining right in my eyes, and I don't see all that much in those situations. Wow. Beautiful. I mean, this is just so close to the busy capital of Sofia, and I don't know, it feels like it's taken out of time. I see some old buildings, some more modern ones, and the trees and the river. It's like in a village, although it's almost still in the capital. We just crossed one of the bigger streets leading out of the city towards the neighboring cities, obviously, but in our adventure mood we're continuing on an anonymous small street right on the other side of the big street. Wait, is this a street? I hope nobody drives on this street, so to speak, with their car. Look at that. That's what we're talking about. Check this old hand railing. Soviet times. Or before that. I mean, the communist regime, I mean. Again, I'm not getting political at all, but just those old handrails, for example, they're so massive, so simple, so calming in a way. Such random places. Once again, places you perhaps never find unless you go to the side of the beaten road and make your own route. Wow. Wow. Look at those graffiti. A police guy drawing with their spray on a wall and having like a donut on a leash, and then all of this. Wow. And I think an abandoned chimney, maybe from a factory over there, and this inviting old route right in the forest. What did they tell you? I think that this system is going to turn out to be a nice one. Find ways to access places, not on the normal road you would, take any day, and find all of those weird scenes like this. What do you think this is? Wow, this is like a dumping place for dumpsters. What? Let's just carry on. Wow, this is an old factory. Amazing. Wow. We can almost walk right inside. Okay, this is not abandoned, this is the thing, and it's basically on the outskirts of Sofia, so it may be not super safe to go in there. And I hear somebody's like cutting metal, so maybe they are dismantling something, I don't know, but I'm kind of tempted to take a quick peek. Wow. I mean, if you can tell that this is beautiful, then you should definitely be on this channel. Like for most people, this is obviously broken down and ugly and abandoned, but there's something which is just transferring you to an era away from nowadays. So much different, so much more calm in a way. Without all this craziness and everything that's going on around the world right now. Just a more, I don't know how to say it. Can you feel it? a quick sneak peek. Wow, look at this door in the bushes there. Здравейте! Такачна?
Да.
Изглежда интересно е било на времето и
Верно, да. Беше много добра фабрика.
сега е изоставена.
Имаше всичко, но вече няма изнесено. Становете
Да, точно се продава.
такива хубави станове от едно време бяха. Аз съм свидетел, когато ги разколачвах и ги изнасях от тук. Просто имаше още хора, които този живот бяха работили тук и плачеха, като ги изнасяха становете.
Мога да си представя.
Да. Добре, жив и здрав, лек ден.
Чао, пак ще видим някой път, като се разхождам.
Амин, дай Бог.
What a legend. Oh wow, look at this beautiful bridge. Yeah, we need to walk right through it. This is actually under the railroad, which is going out of Sofia towards Pernik, I think, which is another big city in Bulgaria. But look at this bridge. I love this old architecture again. Wow. What a great adventure. And how strong is the sun? I cannot tell you. Nice. And here is for another reason I want a bigger trottinette. Not just faster or a newer one, not that, but one that can actually go through paved roads and stones and my navigation that I have created for myself, obviously not knowing what the roads are. I don't actually care. I'm fine with this. But basically this means I have to push the trottinette for this whole stretch of road here, because if I go ahead and ride on those stones, it will be destroyed in no time. Oh. Hope we can still make it today. And here we are at the ring road. And finally, we're on the road leading outside of Sofia towards the villages. We may make it to this natural reserve site. I just don't know if we will have enough electricity to come back actually. But let's carry on and see. It feels great. Well, to be honest, you can see on the map I'm like 2/3 there. This nature reserve site is here in the forest, but I have 56% battery left, which means it's time to go back. So guys, we are not gonna make it. You know what I'm thinking? Wow, look at this old wooden house right there. There is so much history around the capital of Bulgaria, around Sofia basically. I'm thinking I'm gonna go in a bar, have a cocktail, and make a plan how I can actually complete this either tomorrow or one of the following days. Maybe tomorrow. With the same trottinette, but I will just make a new map, new waypoints, so I can go and skip those unpaved or cobblestone roads. And I will also plan how much time am I going to need to charge the trottinette in this village where this small natural reserve area is. Well, I see no reason to not continue this vlog a little bit longer, because as I mentioned earlier, I actually decided to go to the center of the city and have a free dinner, cheap basically, some sandwiches and some Coca-Cola in a very nice spot outside. There is no indoor seating, which is good for the times right now, and it's super tasty. It's one of the emblematic places in Sofia for eating without sitting. Oh, and look at this. This is one of the new metro stations. You can see they have not even removed the packaging from the metro sign. They're just building the third line of the metro here in Sofia. So anyway, let's continue on this nice bike trail right towards the center to have our dinner and some cocktails, and perhaps edit this vlog and upload it as soon as this evening. Well, here we are in the center. This is one of the most polluted streets, like everybody's going out here. Weirdly enough, even now in those times, you can see no masks, no anything, just everybody walking outside like crazy. But our goal is to get to a more secluded place with at least somewhat less people, because this is like super crazy. I mean, my take on the situation right now is don't be super afraid, but still be smart about it, you know. Try to protect yourself. You can see the restaurants are open and everybody is sitting inside, everybody together. Well, let's find our sandwiches. I am hungry. I love those old Sofia streets. You can almost feel the atmosphere of the city 100-120 years back in time almost. And especially at dusk when the sun is setting and you can hear the birds chirping, going to sleep basically. And it's kind of calm and very special feeling. Ходя се разхождам около София и казах, че ще ям от някакви сандвичи, така че е време да ги покажа на света набързо. Но да има с какво ще ям като цяло. And so, we are in the apartment. Very interesting place. As I told you, it's made to look like basically somebody's apartment. And we're gonna get some nice cocktails and maybe some tea. I don't know. Let's see what they have in the kitchen. And it's a good thing we can get some charge here, because we have actually used this down to 5%, which is almost empty. And you know what, that's how I like it. Nobody. What a great way to be somewhere outside, enjoy the feeling of eventually meeting some people, but pretty much being by yourself at the same time. Да, видях, че имам съвсем голям избор. Да. Какво искам? Също помисля. So we got this lemon juice and ginger and something else, and they didn't have enough, so they put some sangria as well to fill up the cup. It costs €2.50, which translates to 5 Bulgarian leva, and I think this is just the perfect place to end the day and actually edit the vlog from today. So let's do this, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.